Hi everyone, my name is Fusion Realms, and right now you are watching The Making of. Basically, The Making of is a series that I am going to start on my YouTube channel, where I post up the making of certain things that I do, or just things that I find very interesting, um, on a creative standpoint. So right now, to explain what you're looking at on the screen is a program that I use, which is popular for AI, which is called Sora. And as you guys may know, I'm working on a AI series called All That Glitters Isn't Gold. And essentially, the series is basically about a couple trying to transition from, you know, family life, and there's a lot of drama ensued. There's like a ex-girlfriend, and there's just a lot of moving parts. A lot of characters are introduced, and I'm trying to create a show that basically it's like a an homage to back in the days growing up watching like soap operas like All My Children and Dallas and Dynasty. Especially it was inspired by Dynasty actually. When I was a kid many, many years ago, I used to catch episodes of Dynasty, and one thing that always resonated with me was the fashion, the clothes that the women would wear. It's like heavy in the shoulder pads. I mean, we're talking like 80s wear. A lot of sequins, a lot of like fur, very, fashionista, lots of jewelry, a lot of sass. I think Dynasty was like the real first soap opera type primetime show that dealt with a lot of shade and they made it look nice and fancy. So this basically is a tribute to you know that show, and it has its more of a modern twist on the concept. Um we have like a couple struggling with, the death of their child and just trying to navigate through life, and they have obstacles like um it's uh a multicultural, I should say, relationship, and essentially acceptance and not being accepted by um one part's family, and it's a lot of moving parts. So right now what I want to introduce you guys to is the program. So this is where the magic happens, so to speak. So as you're looking at my screen, everything right now we're focusing on episode 4 of the show in season 2. Right now we're doing a scene where Blair is at home in Florida with her mom, and we are having a discussion about the takeover and Trent, and he hasn't reached out to Blair since he left earlier in that day to head back to New York. Now, what you see is right now these are all drafts, but what happened was the reason why I stopped posting them on Sora was because I was running into a lot of problems with um posting each clip. Each clip had some type of issue with it where it was a too many characters issue, or there was maybe something about copyright, like I couldn't say certain things or certain actions um that took place I couldn't post. For instance, there was a previous episode where there was violence, and the program was giving me a lot of pushback on it. It took me about 3 or 4 times to try to get the scene right, and even then there was a little bit of discrepancies towards the end of that said scene, but I I still chose to use the scene. So how I go about starting um each scene. Um, I first start off by using ChatGPT to help create the prompts for each scene. Each scene is written by me um out of my own creation, and ChatGPT just translates what I put into fit the format of Sora. Sora has several moving parts. For example, if I were to click on this particular scene, um, uh, for example, I am not going to play the scene, but I'm just going to show you, oh, excuse me, I'm just going to show you some of the details. Like for instance, once I finish ChatGPT, I would input the the writing, the or the prompt, excuse me, um inside of the previous page that I just clicked away from. And what I would normally do is if I would preview the scene and then I would show if it or show it to someone or show it to myself. I'll play it for myself, excuse me. I'm sorry guys, I'm just like really nervous and this is my first time doing something like this, so I'm just trying to like navigate. Um so what I would do is I would click here on these little three dots and I would pick and choose if I want to delete it or start over again. And I would download it into a folder that I keep all the clips. Right now I'm going to show you what the I hope it shows up on screen. Um, so I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen real quick and then I will show you what it looks like right now. So the current screen is basically a folder of all the clips that I have up to date for episode 4, which is going to come out tomorrow. And when I get to a certain part that I feel that I'm satisfied with how the episode is going to end, I will then come here and then I would just look at how many clips that I have all together and then I would put each clip together by using a program called Canva, where I will upload all the clips together and I would I would cut and paste or crop or cut out certain things that I want to get rid of for, just for continuity issues or consistent, to have a level of consistency um for this project or for the episode. And sometimes it works and sometimes it's like, okay, it's a bit shaky. One of the issues that I've found with using things like Sora is the inconsistency of how the characters may look. Um, so it's very important for me that each time that I write a prompt, that I have to specify that I want the characters to look and sound as consistent as humanly possible. For example, one of my characters, name is Eric. He's wearing a green suit with a black tie and a white shirt and I think brown shoes. I forgot the color of his shoes, and he has his hair a certain way. Every time I start a scene, I usually start off with the scene number and then I put Eric is so and so, and I put keep characters descriptions consistent. And now I've also incorporated the decor. I am trying to get more patient with trying to set the scenes because to me decor and the setting is just as important as the characters and the dialogue that they're saying. So um that's important. And yes, there are times that the scene shifts and the characters don't look exactly the same, but relatively the clothes are essentially the same. Do I always get it right? No. Sometimes things go awry. Sometimes I'm like, what's going on? There was a scene where a character was talking on the cell phone. They put the cell phone down on the table, and the cell phone is like literally spinning in midair. I kept it in because I thought it was hilarious. It should have been in the blooper reel, but because for the most part, she did exactly what she was supposed to do in the scene, so I kept it. Um, So for the most part, I get it. It takes sometimes depending on what I'm doing, it would take like maybe two or three times to get it right. Um, but overall, I think the work speaks for itself, and it's not easy to try to be consistent, try to remember where everyone is at certain points in time in the story. And it's a process. But I am hoping to expand on this and hopefully make this a reoccurring thing. Right now I had to cut down the time that it took for me to make each episode because when I first started, I was making this for 2 days in the week. It was each episode was going to be Tuesdays and Saturdays, but I realized with my work schedule and, with everything else going on in my own personal life, I really couldn't dedicate that much time between Saturday and to get everything done between Tuesday and Saturday because once I was finished done with Tuesday's episode, I had to immediately work on Saturday's episode, which meant Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and even up to Friday and even early Saturday morning. I was still trying to create scenes for these episodes and it was becoming a bit too much. And then I said every Saturday was going to be an episode, but then that became an issue. So then I decided that I had to do it every like one episode every month. And more or less it looks like it's gonna be the every second Saturday of the month because that's pretty much what it feels like right now. And it just so happened to work out that way that, it's gonna be Valentine's Day tomorrow. And this is essentially a Valentine's Day episode, regardless of the fact that there's not actually Valentine's Day in the episode. Um, Essentially, this is what I'm doing. I'm sorry, guys, again, if I'm so nervous because I'm pretty sure that I'm just gonna chop this whole episode up, this making of video. I don't know, but um, I'm just really nervous because I don't really speak on my videos as much because the sound of my own voice, but I'm working on it. So, so I just want to show you guys exactly, real quick what the prompt might look like. Just give me 1 second. So I have to stop sharing and do something else. Okay, let's see. Um, okay. I think, okay. Hmm. This is interesting because I'm trying. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cut all of this out just for just for the sake of embarrassment. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cut all of this stuff out. All right. Um, Stop share. And we are going to go to the next screen. I'm trying to see if it's gonna go this way. Hopefully it's showing. Um, it's not showing. Fantastic. Okay, so my screen is not showing what I wanted to show you guys, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna oh, I saw what happened here. Um I'm trying to share this thing and I'm like really nervous right now. Okay, there it is. All right. So right now we just hmm this is wrong prompt. Okay. So right now this thing moved all the way up to 105. So what you're looking at right now is an example of one of my writing prompts. Scene 105, Sasora prompt. I basically started off the episode. Well, this project and I said create a Sora prompt. So ChatGPT, which is intermingles with Sora, which is open AI, which basically knows about the Sora program. So what I did was I created a prompt. And right now, my prompt, I'm gonna read to you guys what the prompt is. And essentially, this scene 105, keep characters, descriptions, and decor consistent. Still at Edwina's house, Trent enters the bathroom to use the toilet number one and wash his hands. As he's in the bathroom, he notices the Lord's Prayer hanging on the wall above the toilet. After he finishes using it, he finds Blair sitting at the kitchen table and Edwina pouring some Malby in a glass for Blair. Okay, so basically the prompt just basically tells you it's like here is scene 105 written smoothly, cinematically, and fully consistent with all characters and decor details. So I realized I didn't really put much decor in here, and that's my fault because I was more focused on the characters' descriptions, like how they look and appear on screen. So basically it shows you the location where Edwina Clark lives at home in Florida. And I heard just the character's descriptions. Trent is Caucasian male, 30s, wavy hair, beard, tan jacket, white shirt, blue jeans, etc. Blair Langford is African American, 30s, curly black hair, blue sundress. And she also had a white hat too, but for the sake of her being inside the house, the hat was off. Edwina Clark is 65. She's a Barbadian, salt and pepper hair, short hair, red floral shirt, white pants, red rimmed glasses. Essentially, she's a retiree. She lives in Florida. She's West Indian, Caribbean parent, raised an American westernized child. This is also dear to my heart because my parents are West Indian and they're also from Barbados. So I have incorporated a little bit of my background into the story for Blair's character. It's not 100%, but there are some similarities from myself and Blair and Edwina and my mom. Some of the things that Edwina says mirrors exactly what my mom has told me. So I had my mom in mind when I created this character. The decor bathroom is green floor wallpaper, green shower curtain, which is essentially like my mom's bathroom, um, at her home. So I incorporated a little bit. It didn't come out and translate as as similar to what hers is like, but close enough. And for some reason, no, she doesn't have the Lord Prayer in her bathroom. It's just that it was just something that I took from seeing on a wall in her house at one point, and I just put it in the bathroom. I don't know. It so um so basically the kitchen, small cozy wooden cabinets and ceramic dishes. Basically essentially like standard furniture you see in the house. So it fades in and it shows you like where the character the bathroom where it starts and what he's doing, all his actions and stuff like that. um it sometimes the prompt gets it. Sometimes when you input the information inside Sora, sometimes it hits it like direct as to what I want it to do, but sometimes, most oftentimes, it does not. For example, sometimes they have the characters speaking really fast. And also, that reminds me, a lot of it, we have only a few amounts of seconds to work with. Standard is about 15 seconds, and I have to manage to fit everything within that 15-second window, or it's going to cut off towards the end of it. And some of the clips that you might see when I actually create the full episode is going to have like a little cutoff point where they're talking. So I try to remember in my next scene what the characters were talking before, so I could add that so it could be like a continuous stream of dialogue and without it being cut off. So I noticed that I'm trying to get a bit better with catching things like that. So um that's essentially it, guys. I am done. I don't know what else to tell you. I guess I would say the reason why I picked this project, I think it was I originally started off creating AI music, and I stepped away from that for a little bit because I realized I wasn't finding my actual voice in creating music. When I first started, I wrote like 4 songs and I put it in the chat GPT to create the songs that after a while, because I just didn't feel like songwriting was my strong suit, but I'm thinking I might get back into it just to give it another shot. So I wrote 4 original songs. Um, but I decided that when Sora became popular, just a few months ago, I decided to try to create something different. And with that being said, with, my love for soap operas and storytelling, I decided to create my own soap opera. And some people are shocked. Some people are like, what is this? I'm like, well, I know there are a lot of people who don't fancy AI, and that's fine. I totally understand where they're coming from. I personally think that you can use it for positive things, and I rather look at it as using it for positive purposes and not something negative. And if I could find um if I could make people laugh and be entertained with it, then I feel like I did my job. I don't think that it should be used for negativity, or or to try to make this world worse than what some of the things have been going on um as it is. But I think that you can turn it into making something positive. Um I personally enjoy doing this project. I look forward to doing it every week. Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough time to dedicate to it, but I personally enjoy working on it. I enjoy working on the project tremendously. I can't say enough about it. Um I can only say that I hope that whoever watches it enjoys my work and would encourage others to watch it as well. Um, I try not to let the show be taken seriously or take myself too seriously when I'm doing it. And I try to pull like real life instances or real life situations or things that people have said to me in conversations and use it as points of dialogue for my characters. And I think I got something good here. I hope you guys enjoy the making of, and I hope to make more of these soon. And just I'm excited. I'm excited for the next episode, which is episode 4, I believe. I'm excited to continue doing this work. I'm excited to get some positivity, some creativity, some, positive stuff going on. I'm so nervous I don't even know what I'm saying. So, in any event, I hope you guys enjoy this video, um and that's it. Have a good night, guys. Bye.